Hello, it's Wednesday the 7th of November, and in this video I'm looking at the latest EuroMillions result, and I'm going to analyse it, show you all the outstanding coincidences and make some predictions for the next draw. So, did anybody win the jackpot? No. The machine used was machine 11 and set of balls 1. Now, machine 11, I call it machine 2 because there's only 3 machines. Anyway, this is the latest result, and these are all the coincidences. So, first of all, number 40 was most overdue, and most overdue for its frequency to occur with set of balls 1. And 36 was most frequent in recent history with machine 2. So was star number 9. And star number 2 was most overdue for its frequency with machine 2 as well. Now, I picked number 40 on a 1 number hot pick, so I won £10 on that. And if you looked at the charts for number 40, you would have seen that 43 is the most frequent number to occur with number 40, so it's star number 2, and star number 2 was also most overdue for its frequency. And then when you look at 43, you can see that 40 is most frequent with 43 as well, and so it's star number 2. And looking at star number 2, that also points to number 36, but only with machine 2 and set of balls 1 together. So number 36 was most overdue for its frequency to occur with star number 2, and star number 9 was most overdue for its frequency to occur with machine 2, also most frequent, and 2 was most frequent with star number 9 as well, and machine 2 in recent history. Now, number 40 also pointed to number 14, looking at the full draw history and set of balls 1. Number 14 was the most overdue main number to occur with number 40, and if you look at the charts for number 14, number 40 was most overdue to occur with 14 as well, so those two numbers pointed to each other in that way. And also 36 wasn't just most frequent with machine 2, it was also most frequent with number 14 and machine 2 and set of balls 1 together. And so number 36 was pointing to star number 2 on every chart, star number 2 being most overdue for its frequency, most frequent with machine 2, and star number 9 pointed to main number 24 as well, most overdue for its frequency with set of balls 1, and most overdue with machine 2. So looking at the charts for number 24, that points back to star number 2 and star number 9. So all these numbers in this grid, these are all outstanding coincidences. So a lot of coincidences there. Now, if I turn off the coincidence filter, that's all the other outstanding numbers, all the ones that didn't come out. So quite a lot of coincidence, and also quite a typical average level of coincidence there. So I can show you the charts that these numbers relate to. So up until the last draw, it was draw 1160. Then after that, 1161, when these numbers came out. Oh, interestingly enough, look at these numbers that I predicted. I predicted 36 and 2 on this. So I predicted some of the numbers, which isn't bad. Not bad at all. But anyway, I'll just zoom out. So this is the main chart where you can see all the main numbers, and then we've got the star numbers on the right, but you can't see them because to see the star numbers you have to look at more recent history. So this is where we are on the analyzer. Just seen this and seen that, and now I'm going to show you the chart for set of balls 1. So B1 and recent history since the star numbers went up to 12. There's number 40. It hadn't yet occurred with set of balls 1 since draw 940, and then way down here all the rest of the numbers. And if we look at the full history for set of balls 1, you can see 40 way up there at the top and all the other numbers down at the bottom. So number 40 was very outstanding. And I was quite certain it was going to come out, and it did. So I was right about that. But anyway, let's see machine 2 and all sets of balls. So the chart for machine 2 looks like this. So if we look at recent history as well, then you can see that number 36 is the most frequent number with machine 2 since the star numbers went up to 12. Star number 9 most frequent as well, and star number 2 most overdue for its frequency with machine 2. And if we look at the chart for number 40, and the full history, then we get 43 most frequent, star number 2 most overdue for its frequency and most frequent. Then looking at set of balls 1, there's number 14 most overdue. So if we look at the chart for 43, then you can see how that points back to number 40 as most frequent. And if we look at 14, you can see star number 9 most overdue and most overdue for its frequency. Most overdue in recent history. And on the chart for 14, if we look at the full history and set of balls 1, you can see that number 40 was most overdue to occur with number 14 and that set of balls. And at the deepest level, when we narrow it down to both the machine and set of balls that was used, looking at the chart for 14, out of just 3 draws, number 36 stands out the most as being the most frequent. So quite a deep level of coincidence there. And if we look at, this should be an interesting one, star number 9 and set of balls 1, and see how that points to number 24. So V1, star number 9. So we've got main number 24, most overdue for its frequency there. And then in recent history, it don't point to 24. I should be looking at machine 2. So machine 2 and star number 9. See, star number 2 is most frequent. And looking at full draw history, and now you can see 24 most overdue. So a lot of interesting coincidences there in my analysis of the most recent result. So what I'm going to do now is have a look at the chart as it is now. So this is where all the numbers are now. And before the last draw, this is where they were before. So you can see how the chart changes from before to after. So just these numbers drop down and it didn't change very much. So now we've got on the main chart, same situation as before, 13 most overdue, 19 most overdue for its frequency, 50 most frequent. Then when we look at the star numbers, same as before, we've got 10 most overdue, 4 most overdue for its frequency, and number 3 most frequent. Now let's have a look at the chart for machine 2. So for machine 2, this is how the star numbers are looking at the moment. And then for set of balls 1, that's how they look with set of balls 1. So you can see star number 5 stands out. Now if we look at the full draw history, see what the main numbers look like. And the full draw history, 50 most frequent, number 9 most overdue for its frequency, and 45 most overdue. So it's changed quite a lot now that number 40's come out, because before it looked like this, with number 40 standing out, and now that it's come out, number 40 has dropped right down to the bottom, and you can see all the numbers now all on the same screen. So I'll show you machine 2 and full draw history. So number 27 standing out on that, 28 and 30 most frequent, number 9 most overdue. And machine 2 and set of balls 1 together looks like that. So number 12 most overdue for its frequency, 36 still most frequent, 33 and 45 most overdue. And then on the star numbers side, since they went up to 12, looking at the more recent history, got 5 most overdue, 3 most overdue for its frequency, and 12 most frequent. So on the analyzer, it's going to look like this. So now that those numbers have come out, this is what it looks like now. So we've got number 10 standing out, number 5, number 3 on the star numbers side. Also 12, 36 still most frequent. These are all the numbers we've just looked at. So I'll just show you a chart for some of these numbers then. So for 19, these are the numbers that stand out with 19. And what else have we got? 27 stands out quite a lot. So I'll show you the chart for 27. Well, the outstanding number analysis for 27. See, 27 points to 36, which is most frequent with machine 2 and set of balls 1. It also points to number 12 in more recent history, and so does machine 2 and set of balls 1. So 27's looking good, 19's looking good, and let's have a look at 13. So 13 points to 12 as well, which is quite interesting. So I wonder what 12 points to then. 27, 13, also 44. And let's see, 50 most frequent with set of balls 1. Let's see what that points to. 43 again. 38, 20, 26. So let's have a look at these star numbers then. Star number 10 points to these numbers. So we've got 5 looking overdue. Number 2 as well. And if we look at star number 8, that points to these numbers. So I'll just go through some of these other numbers then. Okay, we've got, what else have we got? 39, we haven't looked at that one yet. Let's have a look at 39. So remember, the green ones, all the numbers that are green, they're the ones that are most frequent. All the ones that are purple, they're the ones that are most overdue for the frequency. Now, the numbers that are most overdue for the frequency come out more frequently than the most frequent numbers. So the best ones to bet on are the purple ones. And then we've got the blue ones, which are the ones that are most overdue. So I'll just show you what the most overdue numbers point to. So these are the ones that 9 points to. Now let's have a look at 20, 36 and 12. I've seen 12, so let's have a look at 20. 20 points to 13 as well, and 50 and 12, and then 20, we've seen 9, 36, so look at 36 then, so that points to 27, and 27 pointed to 36 as well. And show you some of the other star numbers. So we've got star number 4, that points to all these numbers. 36 is most overdue with star number 4, and we've also got star number 3, which points to these numbers. Let's have a look at 17. So 17 points to 45, 12, some other numbers. And then what else we got? 5, star number 5. That's pointing to these numbers. Better now, I can see it better. Star number 5, star number 9. So star number 9 points to these, and we've got number 12. Star number 12 points to these numbers. So that's just about all the outstanding numbers and what numbers they point to on the analyzer. Now, I could show you that on a chart, but I'll be here all day because the analyzer does it a lot quicker because it doesn't produce an entire chart. It just analyzes each chart and puts all the outstanding numbers on this grid. So you can pause the video, wind it back, look at what numbers stand out with the outstanding numbers. And if you want to see any other numbers, just ask in the comments and I'll do another video for you. So that just about concludes this video. That's about everything I've got to show you. What a coincidence though, these numbers that came out, quite a lot of coincidences in that. I mean, if I'd made a list of every combination with that level of coincidences, then it would have been on that list. So I need to figure out how to do that. Might win it one day. But anyway, if you're looking for numbers to put hot picks on, I'd say probably 27, 19, any of these numbers that are on the edge of the chart, and these ones. So that just about wraps it up. So bye for now. look out for the next video, and good luck in the next draw.